let's talk about this Juicy J album, man. Juicy J and Logic. I'm sorry, Juicy J and Logic. I'm sorry, I got to give Logic his credit here. I know that's B-Dog's favorite guy. Did anybody in the
B-Dog, talk about your bestie Logic, man. Tell us about Logic, man.
I hate this, man. I really just have a deep disdain for him. Like, I don't ever want to listen to him talk again. I wish he would go away, honestly.
But hold on. But this is a Juicy J album.
Like,
all right, let's be clear. All right, Juicy J is the one on every track. Logic is the producer. He raps on, I believe, 3 tracks on the whole thing. So when you heard Juicy J doing an album with Logic, what was your reaction, B-Dog? You got hyped, right?
Legends going outside. Hate when they do that.
This was I definitely did not expect to see this pop in my new releases for the week. I know that.
Live and in color, man. Leroy said it. That Juicy J and Logic is fire. Fire. How many other people in the chat listen to this album, man? I was surprised, pleasantly surprised. All right.
Fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Leroy.
Leroy always positive. You know, he a little extra. You know,
he is always positive. You're right. He always positive. Yeah. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
He'll never diss an artist.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. You know. But what were y'all thoughts? I mean, I thought the production on here. So first off, if we talking about Logic, I thought the production on here was really good. Really good. And throughout the album, one of the most annoying things about the album is that it's like a bunch of interviews in between. So Logic and Juicy J are talking the whole time, but it gives a lot of insight into the album as well. And so he talks about how Juicy J rapped on, you know, his normal style songs that he would normally rap on, the trap type beats that are slower BPMs. And then Logic sped them up, you know, and produced the whole track afterwards. So Juicy J still got to rap on, you know, what he, you know, was comfortable with, but then the album sound is way more boom bap than, you know, than you would hear from a Juicy J album. So I loved it because, you know, Juicy J is a legend. That's undisputable, undeniable. Mm-hmm. But I prefer more boom bap, you know, type sound. And I never heard him on this type of music. And so it really, you know, came out really well, I think. You know.
And before you even go into that part of it, though, the thing that to me that made this so crazy is the production is fantastic. I like the production on basically every song. There's the because Logic is not the main one rapping. The corniness is low, but it gets worse at the end. Toward the end, it does pick up at times. We can talk about that as we go through it, but the production was really good, and Juicy had a lot of jewels. I feel like he always has had jewels, but he's been experimenting lately. I mean, we talked about that jazz album he came out with.
Facts. He's been doing too much for me to listen to this album.
So you don't like him experimenting. You want him to just stick with the regular.
I just want trappy, trippy. Yeah. It's trippy, man. And that's it. That's what I want to hear. When he don't say that, I know the song ain't. That ain't for me.
You want him to keep it ratchet. That's what you said. The dude get. I mean, listen. I like seeing.
It's just not for me.
Legends get older, grow more mature. I like all that. So I can't agree with you.
And then Project Pat floats on these songs too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially on 20 Years Later. I thought he had a great verse on that one. Pat, I was like, listen, Project Pat was rapping better than Wiz Khalifa on this album. The worst verse to me was Wiz Khalifa. I was like, man, what is this dude doing? Because I like that song too. Black Rothstein.
Wiz Khalifa's a bum. we can put him in the bum category.
Did y'all watch his Tiny Desk? That shit was ass.
I didn't watch it. I didn't even know he had one. But he's a bum. He's a bum. I don't want to, you know.
I don't want to say
I don't know where his fans at. He's a bum, man.
I like.
When's the last time you heard a good Wiz Khalifa verse?
It don't matter. I still play.
He had an album this year. When's the last time you heard a good Wiz Khalifa verse?
Don't matter. He a legend. Legend. Like I said, I still
So
play
is
Cushion
so there's
OJ
other
once a
people that
month.
legends that you call bums that you don't listen to at all.
We talk
You
about
wouldn't
Juicy
listen to
J.
the
I
Juicy
Juicy
don't.
J
I
J.
don't
album.
call
And
no. I don't call no legend bums. That's
Okay.
not true. I'm just never listening to this shit.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
And
All
he's
right.
with the bum. He's with the biggest
So,
bum of them all.
so you dislike it? All right. So okay. So tell us, do you dislike it because Logic's on it, or you dislike it because you really didn't like the production?
I didn't listen to it. I won't listen to it because Logic is on it.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
So
All
you
right.
just
I'm
have
good.
just a
So
stance
it's
against
just
Logic.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
When did
Well,
Logic
I
lose?
can't
Did you
take
ever
no
like
more, man.
Logic, or were you always a Logic hater? Like
No,
you
I
never
like
gonna get
that.
me?
I like one of his albums, the spaceship one.
The Incredible True
and
Story.
yeah, the Incredible True Story.
Yeah, that one's
And
like a
I feel like
classic,
we
dog.
listened. I feel like we listened to his last album and it was okay in the beginning,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
maybe that was a different album.
Final Days.
But I
Or
can't
Final
remember.
Days was. Listen, I think Logic can make good music. I just think he comes off corny. We talk about. Listen, Misha in the
Yeah,
chat said, she
he
knew
is
Logic.
corny.
He comes
He
off
doesn't
corny.
come off corny. He
All
is
right.
corny. There's a difference.
I think in this album again, when he's playing a producer role and when he's playing, I think he oftentimes is trying too hard to prove something to people, to us, to the audience, to prove that he's black. Main thing. And I think that comes off very corny to me. And he's
The
much
corny on
cooler
this
when
album
he
too.
just.
He had to let that shit go. He had to bring that up on this album. He was
Of
like,
course, yeah.
"When did you find out I was black?" or something like that. I was like, "Oh,
But
man."
Juicy J gave him the pass, dog. Juicy J gave him a pass to say the N word, dog. You see? So now he finally got a pass. That's it.
Juicy
That's
J,
it.
that's
Oh
already knew he was
man, that
black.
didn't happen on this album.
He
said
I
that?
already knew you was
dog.
black. That's what he said. Don't try to do that
Yeah.
to Juicy.
Come
He said, I
on,
knew
man.
you were black, dog. Yeah.
He said, I knew you was black already.
That's lame as hell. That's what I'm talking about. I can't take no more of that. One album, please. Without it.
It was on the skit. It was
Oh,
on the
man.
skit. You could have skipped it. It wasn't a song. But I mean, I was like, what am I here? Like, I was like, I
Why
wanted to
does he
listen to the
have
album in
remind us
full. They have a bunch of
constantly?
these.
I don't.
So, B-Dog, I don't know. You haven't listened to it, but there's a bunch of these conversations. You can look at the track list, and it says, like, discussion 1, discussion 2, 3. I think it goes all the way to 8. So, discussion 8. So, there's these times where, like, apparently him and Juicy J are, like, legit good friends.
Best friends.
And it does,
Juicy J said
and it does
they
sound like
best
that.
friends.
Yeah, it sounds like they are legit, like, really good friends. That comes through in the music, and obviously they have chemistry with making music together. But a couple of those were just like, ugh, like it got cringy, corny, and I was like, Logic, here we go. Got to put your foot in it.
No, the corniest one is early when he's like, in hip hop, man, why do we have such a, why are we so obsessed with getting chains and being flashy?
Yeah.
Like, why are all the rappers flashy? I was like, dog, it was very cool.
Yeah,
but
to this album with none of those
like
discussions,
they gotta explain the
goes
whole
up.
black experience to the man, It's like-
Yeah. And the thing is, like, he's funny too. Like, it's like, bruh, we can just skip these. If he didn't talk, like, this album would just go up. Like, what? Like, why do you have these talks in here?
Post UR's comment, man. That's funny as fuck. See, that's true.
This you talking about?
Golly.
No, but the crazy thing is that he says that on the album too. He says that. He says Logic raps like he's the first big person ever, but he says that he says there's ever been anyone like me, like
Right.
Drake still looks black and J. Cole still looks black, but I don't.
He said that on the album.
He did say that.
Anyone like me.
He did say
Y'all
that.
want me to listen to this? That's what I'm saying.
He
No,
did say that.
I can't do it.
Because it's bad. Because
Y'all
that's
tell me
the
it's
thing
not
that's so
that
bad about
bad.
this. It's bad.
It's bad.
If you didn't have that, like I said, if you don't have these on here, this album, you would be like, I didn't really even hear Logic on the whole album. You wouldn't even know Logic. You would just think he featured on like one song. He doesn't rap that much. I think he's on like 2
3
songs.
times. He raps 3 verses.
Three
but
times.
yeah.
Okay. He don't rap that much. So it's like it changes the whole vibe when the discussion comes on. I'm like, dog, you could have just skipped this and saved this because this is where all the bad stuff is. It's in when Logic talks.
Yeah. Yeah, but listen, look, I don't want to take away. The hate is funny. Look, the dude clearly has a hang up with it. You know what I mean? But the music is dope. And that's the thing. The music is dope, and that's why I really wish the dude, was just secure enough in
Went to
himself to just
therapy. Yes.
eat.
Because we've been saying this for 10 years already.
Yeah, but like,
When everybody came out, it was.
Yeah.
So he talks about it. They talk about it, and it's funny, but some of the songs are dope. I think every song. See, my least favorite songs are the first two, "Live in Color" and "Get Right." But to me, the problem. I love the production on there. I especially love the 20 Years Later, "Flowers." Black Rothstein, "I Need a Hug" was a beautiful song. I thought
I don't ever want to hear a beautiful song.
It's a song about his mama, Doug. I mean, come on, everybody
I
got a
don't
song for
ever
their
want to
mama.
hear a beautiful song, man.
That's crazy. Every rapper has a song about their mama. You got too much.
I know, and I never call them. I never say, "Oh, this is so beautiful." That's not how I respond to it.
Okay, so what should I? I'm sorry. What should I say?
Was it a good one? I mean, just say it was a good mom song.
It was a good mom song.
It was one of the best. It was a great mom song. It was a great mom song.
It's hard to make a good mom song. I do get it.
No, it was a great mom song. I'm telling you, all this, the music itself has no corniness. That's the thing that's so messed up. Is if Logic don't talk, this album will be even higher rated. But 20 Years Later, you was right. You mentioned that one. Flowers and Did. Like, what song on here is not good? Like I said, I like almost every song on here. Yeah, if you take out them 8 discussions, this album is even better.
Yeah, the album's runtime is 48 minutes, and that's with all the discussions. The album really, if you take out the
songs are super short.
It flows so easy. It's an easy listen. It's a great listen. Like I said, so I think this is a great album. Yeah,
some of these discussions longer than the songs. Now that I'm looking at the times on here,
it's true.
Yeah, the song 126, discussion 156. So yeah, discussion. You just gotta skip the discussions. You skip the discussions. Logic, one of the best of the year. You just gotta stop. He gotta shut up.
Yeah, I mean, he did his thing, man. He did his thing. There's a lot of beat switches on here. I like I said, all props to me. What would you rate this? I rate this album a solid 8, in my opinion. What you thought?
I can't give it that high because these discussions on here, man. I really can't. No, it takes me out of the music. I'm like, dang, that song was good. It was short. I'm like, oh, let me put that back on. And the beat still goes, and it goes into the discussion. And then they start talking. I'm like, what the fuck? So, man, it's cool that they're friends. It's weird to me. Like, I don't really know. I would like to, I guess, I don't know if I want to know, but maybe it'd be a funny short episode of some TV show where it's like why they're friends, because how they became cool, because it just seemed very odd and very random. But he talks about like how they got wasted at Logic wedding and all this type of stuff. But the main thing is, this is cool. This is cool for Juicy J to do something, I guess, a little different. Logic is really spending a lot of time. A couple of discussions, he just talks about how great Juicy J is, making sure that, he gives his props and talks about where he gets, his inspiration and how influential he is, which is true. And so I think our artists do deserve that type of stuff. And I like to see, legends get celebrated in hip hop. I feel like this is one of the only genres where they're not. So, besides that, the music is good. The music itself is good.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I did a 45-second listen. I wasn't impressed, so I'm good.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what you like, B-Dog. But the music is good. The music is good, especially if you like the boom bap stuff and hear Juicy J on that. It's a new thing, and so I think Logic really did his thing. He really did his producing job, and Juicy J gives him his props for the production as well. So it's great. It's great. You give it a rating, though, Baldy?
Yeah, I think it's a 7.5. I take half a point off for discussions.
All right,
because they are skippable. And they won't come on my random playlist again. If they do, I'm thumbing all of them down, but thumbing the songs up. I wonder what the algorithm's gonna do. It's gonna be like, you hate them or you like them. Which one is it?
Yeah.